3.5% right now on a 10-year note, and it's 11% of the budget.
Well, you know, what's really amazing is it's almost like, as I pointed out in the interview, it's like we got economic warfare, and it's like bombing each other's cities. I mean, I'm looking at this article from Russia. They're facing some of the same stuff you're talking about, but it's already hitting them. They're seeing their interest rates jump up to 17%, and they point out in this article from RT that the interest rate hike is the sharpest since 1998. And then they saw rates higher than 100%. And essentially, Russia defaulted on their debt in 1998. I mean, this is massive economic warfare that is unfolding right before our eyes. Both of them are going at it, Russia as well as our side. And I guess the bad thing, Eric, is that I get the sense that we're under friendly fire as well from the Federal Reserve, aren't we?
Well, absolutely. The Federal Reserve right now, they have interest rates at 0. Inflation, according to the CPI, and we all know the CPI is cooked, inflation is sitting at a mere 2% roughly. But if you look like the Walmart Inflation Index, which measures the cost of things like food that isn't included in the CPI, it's closer to 4 or 5%. So your money sits in your bank account earning nothing.
Yeah.
But you're losing 5% of your spending power every year. You're just getting hammered. What's interesting with this foray with Russia right now is that Putin, I don't think, has returned fire yet. He's kind of taken the first assault. If we've seen the movie Kingdom of Heaven with Orlando Bloom, there was that first assault, and they wait.
Yeah.
And they wait, and we all have seen Hunt for the Red October. And
yeah, he's got a plan. He's got a long-term plan, and you know, he's kind of like the honey badger. I mean, the guy just keeps going, and you know, so we're playing checkers and he's playing chess. But you know, like I said before, the really scary thing to me is the fact that we are also under friendly fire from our own president, from the Federal Reserve, which is allied against us, and of course from the CIA's proxy, the Saudis, who are essentially attacking our own American energy independence. Thank you so much, Eric. That was very informative. Let's go to Jeremy in Colorado. Jeremy.
Hi, Dave. I'm actually glad I got to talk to you because if I remember right, you have an engineering background. I wanted to talk about energy independence, and in this case, particularly water fuel conversions. I know it's come up in these kinds of circles a lot, HHO, Brown's gas, and such. But I wanted to mention a video. If you type in on YouTube, Revelation of Truth 10. Revelation of Truth 10. It has to be done specifically like that, or else the results will get buried in a bunch of Bible-related material. But it talks. It's all source video pertaining to Stanley Meyer's work and the stuff he pioneered. And I came across some other material that actually, I guess, makes it more practical and easier to understand at educate-yourself.org. The reason I'm bringing this up is because, you know, with the instability in the, global oil markets and energy independence and all the, in the impending disaster scenario, this is not one of those topics that we can afford to say, oh, it might be able to be, we might be able to do it, we might be able to, I don't know, speculate and debate on it. It's one of those things that, I mean, as far as just getting up from underneath the thumb of, I guess, the oil cartel, so to speak.
Yeah, one of the things that was interesting about the Colder War, the book that we just talked to the author in the last hour about, was, of course, the rise of oil as an energy source. And, of course, along with it, the rise of John D. Rockefeller. He pointed out that he had a fortune that in today's dollars would be about $340 billion, saying that he was, as far as we can reliably ascertain, the richest man ever in history. He pointed out that back in the 1300s, there was a guy who owned half of the world's gold and half of the world's salt, which, of course, salt was a very expensive commodity at that time back in the 1300s. Presumably, he might have been wealthier, but, you can't really correlate going back that far. But certainly, if you look at John D. Rockefeller, he was very powerful. And so what we have here is a lot of very powerful vested interests. We have the largest producers of oil in the world are not the private companies, as he points out, but the national governments, like Saudi Arabia. So there is a lot in the way of people coming up with energy and independence. There's a lot that's there to shut people down. Just look at what's happening to the oil shale business. I mean, even something that is kind of a side business, look at how Saudi Arabia reacts to domestic production of oil. They quickly drop prices in order to put them out of business. Stay with us. We'll be right back with more of your calls.
Managing your business and customers isn't easy, huh? SnapForce customer relationship software may be just what you need. SnapForce CRM is a software solution that helps you manage everything important about your customers, from sales to marketing to service and support. All of your customer information is right there at your fingertips for easy access. It's time to take control of your business in a snap. Get your free trial at snapforce.com. That's SNAPFORCE.com. Snapforce.com.
Digestive health is key to wellness, and Pro-EM1 is the key to digestive health. Pro-EM1 is a daily liquid probiotic that improves food absorption and supports weight loss by removing toxins from your system. Recommended by doctors, Pro-EM1 is 100% natural, organic, non-GMO, wheat, soy, gluten, and dairy-free. Call us today at 888-611-8025 or visit ProEM1.com to save over $25 on your order. That's 888-611-8025 or PROEM1.com.
It's very easy to be a criminal. All you need to burglarize a home is one simple household tool, a pair of scissors. If your home security system can be compromised by a criminal using scissors, then you're making it easy for them. Almost every home security system, even those sold by big-name companies, has a weakness: the phone line. You shell out $1,500, get locked into a long-term contract, and think you're safe. But a burglar can destroy your alarm in seconds with one snip. And when a burglar cuts your phone line, you're defenseless. Simply Safe Home Security is the smarter choice. Built by Harvard engineers, Simply Safe uses a wireless connection to call the cops. Scissors can't cut it. And that means your home stays safe. 24/7 professional monitoring is under $15 a month with no contract. Simply Safe Home Security keeps you safer than the other guys for half the cost. Protect your home with the alarm you can trust. Simply Safe. Go to simplysafedefense.com now for an exclusive 10% offer. That's simplysafedefense.com.
For all of recorded history, civilizations around the world praised the health benefits of silver. At InfoWars Life, our mission is to bring you the highest quality, purest, cleanest, effective colloidal silver on the market today for the lowest price available. You don't have to be a doctor to know the fall and winter months are the most dangerous time of year in North America when it comes to you and your family's health. InfoWarsLife.com is very excited to announce our biggest run yet of Silver Bullet colloidal silver, exclusively available at InfoWarsLife.com. Now, InfoWarsLife.com has taken colloidal silver to the next level using a cutting-edge technique that is free of toxic artificial additives. Now more than ever, it's important to stock up on high-quality Silver Bullet from InfoWarsLife.com and to help others during Christmas by teaching them about the powerful benefits of silver. Secure your Silver Bullet today at InfoWarsLife.com or by calling toll-free 888-253-3139.
If you have candida overgrowth, just taking antifungal agents or starving yourself of sweets does not address the cause. Candida overgrowth is the result of a toxic, damaged, acidic, low oxygen, and inflamed tissue environment. The goal should be to remove the toxins, heal damaged tissues, restore healthy pH, eliminate inflammation, and feed beneficial bacteria. Previous usage of antibiotics or steroids or exposure to mercury or other toxins can damage many cells in the GI tract and body that make you prone to candida overgrowth. Removing toxins and healing tissues should be the goal. One World Whey is a whey protein food that supports detoxification, repair of tissues, and elimination of inflammation, healthy pH, and growth of beneficial bacteria. One World Whey is duly reformulated to be higher in protein and lower in carbohydrate. We believe One World Whey is an excellent food to support your efforts to create a healthy internal body environment. Call 888-988-3325 or visit oneworldwhey.com. That's oneworldwhey.com.
Welcome back to the Alex Jones Show. I'm David Knight. We're here taking your calls. Before we go back to your calls, though, I wanted to point out an article that's up on Infowars.com, The Ultimate Guide to the Mainstream Media and American TV Networks, How Media Pundits Are Interconnected with the CFR and with Each Other. Now, this is an article that was originally up on RT. Kit Daniels pointed out to me. We posted it up, and they have subsequently taken their article down. And I guess the question is, What was it they didn't want you to see? I don't know. But it's more than just a tale of consolidation. I think they put it back up. I was just told they put it back up. It's still a very good article. You should take a look at this because we've shown many times how consolidated the mainstream media is, being owned by only a half dozen different companies. But this also interconnects it with the CFR. And, of course, the Council on Foreign Relations has dominated the State Department since its inception, the early 20th century. And even though Reagan was not a member of the CFR, as soon as he got to be president, he put about 360 people, I believe, if I'm correct, from the CFR into the State Department. So they dominate our foreign policy, that particular think tank. And there's much to be said about that. We won't go into it, but look at that guide. It's up on Infowars.com, the ultimate guide to mainstream media. I think you'll find it very interesting. Lots of graphs and charts there as well. Let's go back to your calls. Let's go to Eleanor in Missouri. Go ahead.
Hi. I thank you for taking my call. I wanted to just comment on the first guest. I think that, the first caller. I think that he was right on with the false flag thing. But I wanted to ask you, do you think that this whole scheme can wait until the September-October time frame that they're always pulling these?
I really don't know. I mean, when you look at all of the signs in the economic signs that are queuing up here, already we've seen a massive upheaval from this manipulation of the price of oil that's going on by Saudi Arabia. And there's a lot of, we've been talking about all the different aspects of that. It's already having a massive effect on Russia's currency, on their interest rates. We know that it's having a massive effect on oil derivatives in this country. And, of course, we are all on the hook for those derivatives now. We were put on the hook by it, by the Boehner budget betrayal, along with the Democrats. They essentially have the American taxpayers underwriting this massive speculation, this gambling by the major banks. That's something that had been taken off with Dodd-Frank, and now they put that back in as part of this budget deal. So there's a lot to be that can happen out of this. And, of course, we also pointed out that they have put, effective next Monday, they're going to put limits on the movement of silver and gold. Now, they didn't do that before when silver and gold were plummeting because they were dumping those. But now they're concerned, I think, that people are going to be running for safety when they see currencies collapsing, when they see the derivatives market collapsing. So I don't really know what's going to be happening, but some very, very ominous signs. What's your take on it, Eleanor?
Well, I've been looking on the Internet and, look in chat rooms and stuff like that, and a lot of the people think that in February it'll all fall apart.
Well, it's hard to predict the timing, but the simple fact of the matter is, as I pointed out the other day, these banks with a little bit of lobbying, they spent a few $1 million and they got essentially $2 quadrillion worth of insurance, depending on how you estimate the total derivatives market. And it's hard for anybody to do that because it is so incredibly complicated. And so, nevertheless, it's an astronomical figure. And they were able to get that insured for like $1 per $1 trillion worth of insurance that they get. Now, you can't get that from the bank because they know that you're eventually going to die. We should not be giving that to these bankers with their derivatives because we know that these derivatives are eventually going to blow up. It's just a question of timing. As to what the timing is going to be, whether it's going to be in February, whether it be in this spring, or whether it's going to be next fall, who knows? They could set things in motion that they don't have total control of. The bigger picture is that there's going to be massive chaos as the petrodollar disappears. We have forces within the United States working to make that happen. And, of course, we have Vladimir Putin working very earnestly, like I said, like a honey badger to take away the petrodollar. And he is building alliances to make that happen. Thank you so much. Let's move on to Renee in Colorado. Go ahead, Renee.
Hello, David.
Hi. You say you want to talk about illegals?
Yes, sir. I'm being terrorized by an undocumented illegal. I'm actually legally blind. I'm 53 years old, and she is not only undocumented but was allowed to file charges against me, allegedly saying I called her something I did not. And I want to know where I stand and what can I do. I just wondered if you or any of the viewers could possibly help.
Well, we'll take calls on it. I really don't know what to tell you because we've reported over and over again how people who come here and are not citizens in this country are given rights that we as citizens do not enjoy. And we see that from everything from traffic accounts to traffic violations to other aspects. We'll be right back with more of your calls. Stay with us.